Hello, I'm here to read Marvin Redpost Chapter 3. Oh, it got worse. What's your favorite color? Marvin asked Judy. Marvin thought about red because his hair was red and his name was Marvin Redpost. But really, he liked green better. The color of grass and trees, the color of springtime. Green, he said. The color of boogers, ooh, said Melanie. You're disgusting, Marvin, said Judy as she wrote down her answer on her sheet of paper. Marvin felt terrible. In 50 years, they'll dig up the time capsule and they'll find out a boy named Marvin Redpost picked his nose, and everybody will laugh at him. Maybe in 50 years, he'd be the president. But then they'd dig up the time capsule and say, "You can't be president anymore. You picked your nose." It wasn't fair. The ball was over the line. They didn't let him play wall ball at recess. "You'll get boogers on the ball," said Justin. Everybody laughed, but it was more than just a joke. They believed it too. As he walked away, he almost bumped into Heather. Heather was playing hopscotch with Gina. "Yuck! Don't let him touch you," said Gina. After school, he caught up with Nick and Stuart. "So what are you going to do today?" he asked. Nick and Stuart looked at him. "We can go to my house," said Marvin, suggesting. Said Stuart. Gina and Heather came toward them. Heather made a face at Marvin. "Who's your best friend?" asked Gina. "It's for the survey." "Nick," said Stuart. "Stuart," said Nick. Marvin couldn't believe it. Stuart and Nick would be fighting all the time. If it wasn't for him, how could they be best friends? "Who's your best friend, Marvin?" said Gina. Marvin looked at Nick and Stuart. "I don't have a best friend." He waited for Gina and Heather to leave. "I don't pick my nose," he said. "We know that," said Stuart. "But if I said you were my best friend," explained Nick, "everyone would think I pick my nose too." "You're supposed to tell the truth for the survey," said Marvin. "I did," said Nick. "You're still my friend," said Stuart. "Just not my best friend." You can't have more than one best friend," said Stuart. Marvin walked home alone. He lived in a 2-story gray house. There was a white fence around the house. Next to the gate was one red post. Marvin tapped the red post as he walked through the gate. He had an older brother, Jacob, who was 11, and a younger sister, Lindsay, who was 4. They were both in the kitchen. "Marvin," explained Lindsay, "do you want to play Mommy and Daddy?" "No," muttered Marvin. Lindsay always wanted to play Mommy and Daddy. The worst part was that Lindsay always insisted on being Daddy. That meant Marvin had to be Mommy. "Hiya, Marv," said Jacob. Marvin grunted. "What's wrong?" said Jacob. Marvin shrugged. He couldn't tell his big brother that the other kids said he picked his nose. It was so childish, and Jacob was so cool. "You want to do something?" Marvin asked him. Can't," said Jacob. "Nate and I are going to ride our bikes down Suicide Hill." "Cool," said Martin. Marvin, he opened the refrigerator. "Do you want to play doggy?" asked Lindsay. "No." See, Doggy was even worse than Mommy and Daddy. Lindsay would throw a ball, and Marvin would have to fetch it. He shut the refrigerator. There was nothing good to eat. "Where's Nick and Stuart?" asked Jacob. Marvin shrugged. "I don't know," he said, "and I don't care. He had better things to do." Lots of things. "Okay, Lindsay, let's play Mommy and Daddy." "Okay," said Lindsay. "I get to be the daddy."